Boys and girls, today we're going to learn about the Indian culture, and we're going to actually use oil pastels and watercolor paints to do a resist technique, but we're going to combine that with lines and patterns and shapes. We're actually going to, for this exercise, draw a fish, and it's going to be related to the gong culture in India. So we're going to learn a little bit more about the gong culture in our lesson, but for now I would like you to pick a dark oil pastel. I'm actually going to pick a blue out of my box, and if you watch where I'm going to put my finger, my paper's going landscape, so it's going a long ways this way. I'm going to put my finger about here, and you see where my crease of my finger is to my finger point. I'm just going to go like that, and I'm going to put a dot. This is going to be the eye of the fish. So make sure that you don't put the eye too close to the edge of the paper, because you need to be able to put the face, the mouth of the fish, and the fish body and the tail coming across like that. Next thing, so that we make sure that we're drawing very large, I'm going to come across here, and again I'm just going to put my finger, like my longest finger here, and I'm going to draw a line. Okay, so that's the end of the fish body, but then we're going to have room for the tail. So what I want to do now is, from here I'm going to draw a curved line, bring it up and wrap it around and just go underneath the eye. Now I also want to go around the eye as well and create a circle, okay? And we can decorate that eye however way we like afterwards. Now from here I'm going to bring my oil pastel, and I'm going to bring it round and up, and so now I've got the mouth of a fish and the body. So if we get that done, boys and girls, we're going to then focus on the tail of the fish too. So I'm going to go draw a line here, and I'm going to curve it. See how I curve it like that? And I'm going to curve it like that. I'm going to take it very close to the edge of the paper. Then I'm going to bring it in and join it to the little line that I did initially and curve it in. So see how I've just got a curved line there, and there I've got my fish body and my fish tail. Now the next thing I want to ensure that we get is actually 4 fish fins. So I'm going to draw one line here and one line here. I'm going to do another line here and another line here. Then I'm going to wrap this around like that, wrap it around like that. They're very simple shapes, but these are the fish fins. Wrap it around like that and wrap it around like that. Now if you want to, you can actually change your colours out. So I'm actually going to go with a nice bright orange, and inside the body what we're going to do is we're going to draw lines and shapes and patterns, but we're not actually going to be colouring it in because we're going to use the paint for that. So I'm going to put a striped line here, I'm going to do another striped line there, and I want to do, actually I'm going to go like this, like that, and then I'm going to change out my colour again. Pick colours that make you feel happy. Now we've talked about a lot of lines and names of them, so I've done a striped line here and a wavy line there, but what I'm going to do now is actually I'm going to do a scallop line, which I love. They work perfectly for fish scales. And what we can do is actually scallop inside the scallop shape, and look at the beautiful design we've got. And if you want to, you could actually change the colour. If you do a big scallop line, and you could actually change it and scallop inside the big scallop. I'm going to continue and finish these scallops. Now the next part that I'd like us to do is actually get a white crayon or a white oil pastel, and in the background you're actually going to draw lines again, so they can be straight lines, they can be crisscross lines, or they can be wavy lines. I'm actually going to do wavy lines, so I'm going to go wavy, wavy right across. Now, I know you're going to say, I can't see that, Mrs. Donaghy. You're drawing white on white. It's not working. I can't see it. But look what I'm doing. As soon as I touch the fish, I don't go through the fish, I go behind the fish. And I'm going to create a pattern, an invisible pattern that I'm going to paint over. So as soon as I touch, I'm going to bounce across. Touch. Pretend I'm going through it. It's going right behind it, right behind it, right behind. I'm going to go round the shape of his fins and right behind. And you're going to see the magic's going to happen in a moment. Now we're going to get 3 colours of watercolour paint, and you're going to start with the background first. And you're going to see the magic when I paint over. The watercolour will actually resist the lines that I painted, and the wavy lines that I painted are going to come through. So this is where the magic actually starts to work. So you can see those wavy lines that I created white on white, and this is called the resist painting technique. Now, as I said to you, you can use straight lines, wavy lines, crisscross lines, but don't draw on top of the fish. You want the lines to be going in the background. Okay, and the fish is in the foreground. So I'm going to carry on painting this, and then I'm going to add some colour onto the fish as well. And there you have your first Indian Gond fish, and then I'm going to show you how to draw a bird. So if you want to do the bird instead of the fish as an option, I'm going to give that to you as well today, boys and girls. So let's go make some art.